But we begin in Zimbabwe. Bad news about the effect of climate change, from extreme weather to pollution and food scarcity, can really get you down. But thinking about the environment doesn't have to be depressing. With the help of dance, music and art, it can be fun. Now get ready to feel the beat as one creative initiative encourages action through joy and inspiration. It's time to get moving.
This is Kuwadzana, a suburb of Zimbabwe's capital, Harare. It's home to 17-year-old Lincoln Marambauche. For over 2 weeks, the trainee mechanical engineer has been practicing a new dance routine. Then his crew, called Pandas, are preparing for Dance for Climate Action, a community-based song and dance competition organized for the second year running by Greening Kuwadzana, a local environmentalist group.
We should plant trees. We should not throw my paper pese. So I have to make something that is very unique so that when I present, people will understand the word climate.
Zimbabwe currently produces over 300,000 tons of plastic waste every year. Much of it is dumped in public spaces, causing environmental as well as health hazards. Awareness of the causes and effects of the climate crisis and other environmental issues is low among Zimbabwe's youth. According to a recent study, 1 in 10 can't name a single climate adaptation measure, such as recycling or clean energy. This year's competition theme is Dancing for a Plastic-Free Future.
Dance for Climate Action, it's an event that uses dance and, of course, poetry to communicate messages of climate action, environmental justice. We believe that art has a unique way of speaking to people, whereas, academia state facts. Art can deal with emotions, it can deal with, it can bring this sense of kinship, to remind us that we are together. We are the environment.
The competition among the teams is on. The goal is to communicate the problem of plastic pollution in a performance. Lincoln and his group, Pandas, are last year's defending champions. But this year, they are not as lucky. Although they miss out on the top prize, Lincoln knows their efforts weren't wasted.
But we're going to be friends from now on, because they have the same vision with us. So we're going to take each other numbers. Then takutotaura, tanga kuita ma projects, social media, takuto poster and everything. Hoping the Dance for Climate to move on.
The dance competition is over, but today a group of 10 volunteers with the Greening Kuwadzana Project are turning to another form of pop culture and spraying graffiti to encourage people to reuse and recycle more and reach people who otherwise aren't familiar with these issues.
And some people relate better to music, some people relate better to dance, some relate better to, graffiti. So we have artists here. Some of these artists had no clue whatsoever about what climate justice is. But now that we educated them, now they are actually using their, skills, art skills to actually draw messages that will communicate with other people.
As attention from some few community members begins to build, the reactions are mixed to this creative form of environmental advocacy.
If people drive by, for example, the painted messages will discourage them from throwing trash out the window. I hope they continue with this in different communities. Not everyone gets what they're trying to say with the graffiti, and some might even ignore it, but others learn something from it.
Here too, some more Greening Kuwadzana volunteers are taking climate action into their own hands. planting new trees where old ones were cut down. They aim to plant around 5,000 new trees by 2025. With this, the activists are reclaiming a public space and turning it back to a recreational area that can be used and enjoyed by locals.